of your project?
Yeah, sure. So my project is on marine wildlife recognition, specifically the identification of harbour seals. In Britain, there are around 350 to 500,000 harbour seals that are that we know of. There are still some that are quite endangered. A major issue is that we need to, of course, count and perform on harbour seals. The main issue is though that the only time we can ever sort of come in physical contact or see harbour seals is during molting season and mating season, and of course with human interaction between seals at that point, it's very, very dangerous and would actually cause more harm than good. So my application is a way of sort of taking a step back and trying to avoid human contact via the automated detection and identification. This is performed through two major aspects. Firstly is identifying the facial region of a seal, and then performing active shape modelling and eigenfaces in order to identify an individual seal. And through that, I hope to be able to automate it, make it real time, and hopefully improve the whole concept of seal conservation.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Very cool. How did you like your experience? You've been at Swansea for 4 years now.
4 years
How
now,
did you,
yes.
did you like your experience here?
It's
what did
been
you think?
amazing, yeah.
Yeah?
Like the area, the lectures, the facilities are all really, really, really good. Like, aren't we currently ninth in the university rankings for
I
computer
think
science?
so. I think
like
we are.
it says a lot right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like all the clubs and societies, all the help we've been given, like it's been amazing fun. So yeah.
So maybe you could just start by telling us a little bit about your projects.
Okay, so my project is continuous graph visualization. So it's looking at taking graphs, which are a set of dots and lines that represent relational data. So things like Facebook data, so you've got friends and who they're connected to. So the idea is with the increase in size of graphs, we can't visualize them that well. So you can see by this one by here, which you can't get any information from. So the idea is that we convert it into a different type of visualization that will allow us to identify groups of friends, or in other cases groups of people who are related or connected. So that's the overall project.
Large graph for large
Yes,
data
for
sets.
large graphs. Yeah.
Looks good. Looks very good. Did you enjoy your time at Swansea during your bachelor's degree?
Yes, really enjoyed it. It's been really challenging, quite stressful at times.
Okay.
But yes, really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been really good.
Why was it stressful? The coursework deadlines?
Yeah, coursework. It's not. It's university's meant to be hard. So yes, some of the courseworks were difficult. Some of the concepts you don't understand. Exams, revision. Sometimes if you don't revise in time, then it can be quite stressful. Yeah.
If you were to start over again, would you do anything differently?
I don't think I would. No.
Okay,
No, I think
that's good.
Yeah, no, I still come to Swansea. I still do computer science. My dissertation's been really interesting. I might pick another dissertation to go around with this time, a different one perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe more suited towards like prediction and classification of data rather than visualization of it. But overall, yeah, I wouldn't change it. I don't think. No.
And do you have any advice you'd like to pass on to our first year students or upcoming students?
The advice I would give is pick stuff that interests you. Find something that you're interested in. It can change throughout the years. I've changed my idea of career 3 times since I've come to Swansea Uni. But pick something that interests you and look at modules and dissertations that you can work towards that will help you achieve that career. Because that's the only way you're going to be passionate about something, is if you enjoy it. And that's especially true for the dissertation. Don't pick something that you find boring. Pick something that you find interesting. Because you're with it for an entire year. You do so much work on it, so make sure it's something you enjoy, because that makes it
It's very good advice.
in those times when you're quite stressed with it. Yeah.
It's very good advice. And your exciting future plans?
So, next year I'm going to do a Masters in Data Science and Analytics at Cardiff University.
Very nice. Very nice.
But I'm hoping then after that either to go and work or do research. So I'm thinking I really like the idea of using machine learning methods and things like that to help predict not predict but classify like hate crime and hate speech and things like that on things like Twitter. Identify groups of communities as well using graphs. That's something that really interests me as well, and something you can really do with things like Facebook and Twitter data. Identify groups of mutual communities and things like that, which is something that I'm quite interested in as well. So hopefully either go into a job that works on that or go on to a PhD which works on that.
Excellent. Very nice. Thank you, Hugh.
Great.
Thanks for your time. A bit about your project.
So my project is Monopoly for the visually impaired. So when the visually impaired person rolls the dice, the mortar moves the correct position on the board and then lifts the piece up so they can see where they've landed. And then it includes an application so that they can have voice recognition. So if they want to buy a property, it'll ask the user, do you want to buy this property? And they can reply yes or no. And then the application will take care of all Monopoly logic, whereas the board just takes care of where they are and shows their location.
Looks very sophisticated.
We've got an Arduino and the app and then the Dice Plus.
What would you say the most challenging part of the project was?
The most challenging part was connecting them all together because they're all connected via Bluetooth. So I had to get two devices to connect to the Android at the same time, and then getting the motor to move when the dice was rolled was another problem. But it's all mixed up.
Okay. How did you solve that?
So when the dice is rolled, it sends a signal to the computer saying TF, which means TO, which means turn motors on, and then a number. So if it was a 2, then the app sends a 2 to the Arduino, and then it moves to the board. So then it moves up to this way, and then it closes it up, and then it goes back to the start for the next person to roll.
Well done. Well done. If you could, did you enjoy your time at Swansea?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you had the chance to start it over again, would you do anything differently?
Might have looked at computer science before I started because I didn't know what computer science was. I applied to do French and Spanish, and then I changed to computer science.
That's a big change.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was or what I'd be doing, but I've enjoyed it, and I think it's challenging and really good to do.
Do you have any advice that you would give to first-year students or new students thinking about computer science?
It's definitely worth doing because you learn so much. Don't feel like you're ever behind anyone because I always used to feel like I didn't know as much as everybody else because I didn't have a clue what computer science was before I started. But I'm still at the same level as them now, and I always have been. It was just my own fear that I was behind keeping me back.
Okay. Okay. And what future exciting plans do you have?
So in the summer, in June, I'm working in a company in Swansea, doing web development, and then in July and August, I'm working in Southampton in Arcata, doing an internship with them, again doing Java web development, and then I'm coming back next year to do a Masters of Engineering.
Very nice, very nice. Good that you're going to be back. Thank you. Thank you very much. You'll be famous if you. So, tell us a little bit about the project for somebody that doesn't know anything about it.
So the premise of the project is basically when you're young and you've got your arms outstretched and you're running around and you're like, I'm an airplane. That's where I took motivation from. And basically what I wanted to do is I took the gestures that kids usually do and I used it to control the pain. And the pain I built it myself. And the control surfaces work by hand movements using the Connect. The Connect gets your skeletons, and then depending on the gestures that I program, it will send data into the paint, and the paint will then move the control surfaces.
Okay, it sounds really good. Is it possible to demo?
I can't demo,
Okay.
Because the pattern of the dress
Okay.
actually disrupts it, but you can demo,
Yeah. The demo would be really great.
We've got like photo of foot
Okay.
where the user should stand in a good position for them to stand. You can see the motor is already moving because the motor is depending on the position of the ankle. So if you move further apart, it goes faster.
Cool.
It's going quite fast. And if you move your hands up and down, it changes the elevation of the plane, and then left and right changes the flaps for the direction. And I've got speedometers here which show you the elevation, and if you're turning left or right, also the skeleton. And if he's too close or too far away from the neck, the sides go red. Just to let you know. There's also an RGB color over there, just to let you know what the pose is.
Nice. Very nice. Very well done. Looks good. Did you enjoy your time
Yes,
at the
definitely.
university?
Doing this project especially, I came into it without any knowledge of electronics, and I learned so much. And because it's a module that we briefly went through in embedded systems, and to get a chance to work on it much more was really fun. And I had loads of help from classmates and friends and other people doing similar projects with quadcopters and stuff like that. It was really nice learning about something that the university didn't go into depth with. Like I find the project itself is like a chance to do whatever you want.
Yeah. Nice. And would you do anything different? Imagine you had to start your whole degree over again. Like, would you do anything differently?
No.
No, nothing.
Honestly, no.
Okay,
I liked
that's
all
good.
the modules that I took. Most if not all of the lectures I found as they were teaching the modules were quite passionate about it. Like you came up to them with a question and sometimes they don't expect it. They come back to you with an answer the next day or the next meeting. And I really enjoyed here and my next year for the MN.
Okay, so you're going to be here again next year. Excellent.
On another dissertation.
Excellent. Do you have any advice that you would pass on to like first year students maybe, or students that are thinking about starting degree computer science?
Definitely go into it when you're part of it. Computer science is really nice, and I've met loads of people that they wanted to do computer science in the beginning, and 3 years later they would not imagine their life without it. And I'm definitely one of those people. I had a bit of background in computer science, but now after university, I feel really confident in it, and I could go out. I feel like I could go out and find a job. All will be okay. The university is really preparing for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Good. Thank you very much. Happy Thursday.
Yeah.
Happy Thursday. Could you just tell me a little bit about your project?
The basic idea of the project showed that it is possible to solve puzzles
Yeah, I thought you knew.
especially general systems. The requirements to do this is to move at least one side of the cube and be able to access each side of the robot. This is why the idea of moving the oversized robot with one motor and the other one is responsible for flipping the cube on the side.
Okay. And so, what made you come to Swansea?
So, my dad wanted to come to the UK generally. I know the system is great, it's emergency, and everybody for example, that's 4 years, everybody it takes 7 years to finish it, so that was that. And he liked education in the UK, he was studying in the US when he was younger, which is a bit hard in the beginning, but I've been here for 4 years now.
How did you like? So, Dave, tell us about your amazing project. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a bit different than the spot. So the idea of this is to provide a small basis for verification on a simple simulation program. And the simulation program is known as Atlas. The program basically takes in variables, in this case integers, which are fed into the system manually, and they're supposed to mimic the types of variables that a unknown flying object will carry, such as its speed, its altitude, its velocity, potentially its temperature, depending on the sensors on the ship. And what it's trying to do is it's trying to come up with, I guess, a basis for an automatic type of program that would be able to identify something as either friendly or a foe, and if it is friendly, then advise the captain on the ship do not engage that target. If it's a foe, then advise to engage. However, it's not black or white. It comes in 4 levels. Level 0, level 1, level 2, and level 3. And for one of those levels we produce, they each have to meet a certain level of conditions.
I'm not an expert or anything, but yes.
You can have a go.
I can have a go. Altitude in meters. Okay. Minus 250.
250. It's quite low.
Velocity is 4 meters per second. Okay. I'm just gonna guess 50 meters per second. Temperature. Okay. Adding cold, we're gonna make it minus 10.
So here's your set of results. Now it's looking for objects like missiles and jets, usually traveling pretty quick, flying at very high altitude, and if they're aiming to make an attack run, it's usually above 45 degrees that they're in. So it's telling you we've got 250 meters active radar, not necessary. The velocity is really low, so it's produced no warning. Your angle is also below the attack angle, so it has again produced no warning. The temperature is very low. It doesn't seem like there's any afterburn happening. So again, it produces no warning. So it tells you it's a level 0, and it says exhibits no threat characteristics, advised disengage. But what happens is, because the program is technically supposed to be doing this in every split second for every second, so it's not just going to take an object in one instance and say, okay, we've analyzed it at this second, it's fine. It's going to say, well, what about a time t equals 2, t equals 3? So technically, loops and loops and loops. Now,
So, did you enjoy your computer science degree
oh yeah,
at Swansea University?
oh yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
okay.
And data was definitely one of my favorite modules.
That's what we like to hear.
And I think what's funny is, I think a lot of students, obviously third year students, thought it's a master's module, can't do it.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, database. I remember that guy coming and talking about data. I thought, I'll do that. And definitely by far my favorite module.
Nice. That's definitely going more in the video. Though.
Only because of all the interactive stuff that we got to do with it. It wasn't just, oh, here's the theory, sorry. It was, go and do it.
It used to be available to third-year students as the regular.
That's when I took it. Are they
Oh,
going to
okay.
make it available next year?
If you started your degree over, would you do anything differently?
Yes, definitely. I think I would have. I mean, I guess it depends what modules were being offered. So, like personally, and all the
Would you
students,
have avoided Harold's modules if you were to start over
I guess it depends. What modules you were taking out. Sorry, what modules you were giving to the
again? You
students.
could still be taking modules.
Only masters.
Would you have any advice for future students?
The difference between your first year and doing anything like your A-levels is that when you get to uni, unfortunately, you need to kick yourself. Because I had to work a lot harder in my second year because I had actually a lot of free time in my first year. And that's when I probably should have done stuff like my imperative programming is not as good as in functional programming. And that's only a result of me going, they'll just help us with it. It's a lot of your own work. You need to, that's the thing about the degree.
Be self-disciplined.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I guess a good question would be, like, can you tell us something about your project, your exciting project?
Well, the idea is that it's looking into augmented reality and interactivity. So it's looking at how people actually interact with the digital environment. Obviously, traditionally you had things like the mouse, the keyboards, the screens, basic interfaces. And it's moving on now that you have touch screens, which combine a interface both visual and touch to one. And it's moving away from the more traditional and towards the new versions. So basically, we've got
Did you enjoy your time here at Swansea University?
I did, yes. I'm lucky enough to actually be continuing on to a master's, so I'll be here again next year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm going to the project next year. Yeah, I've had a good time here.
Would you change anything if you started over? If you were to start over?
Really, no, I've had a good time here. No, actually, no, it doesn't really change. I enjoyed it.
Especially when it's tough.
It doesn't always go far.
Yeah, not